We're going to start right away, but real quick, I want to introduce you to my friend Harrison Smith. He's a filmmaker. I
Oh,
used to be a filmmaker. He's still active, and
okay, awesome.
yeah.
Dr. Steve, you've been kind enough to plug my slow burn for the show, so thank
Oh,
you.
yeah,
Oh,
we used your cameo clip on here.
Yeah.
oh,
In
okay.
fact, thank you for reminding. We're going to ask you to record 2 new bumpers for us
Yeah,
when we
sure,
get
of
done
course.
here. But
Watch Harrison Smith's horror movie Slow Burn, free on Rad TV.
that's what you've been in a lot of our shows with that. Most of our shows, actually.
Terrible. I would have done a lot better job if I'd known.
Now tonight is your chance. Here.
Why would we watch the Dame Taft movie show? We want to watch hot women who actually know about movies.
It's the Dame Taft Movie Show, hosted by my nephew, Screw.
Thank you, Auntie. Yes, it is the Dame Taft Movie Show. I am Screw. Please welcome the star of the show, filmmaker and author. H-Bomb. Just seen. Good evening, H-Bomb.
Well, good evening.
Boys, oh boys, we have a guest today.
We have a guest today, H-Bomb, a very special guest.
It's Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve, the
Good
legendary.
evening.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Steve. Before we get
Thank you for
started on the
having
movie, Dr. Steve expressed an interest of a certain movie on social media, one of which I am a great admirer. So I reached out to him to come on the show so we can talk about this movie. Don't name it. We're going to watch it and talk about it. But first, real quick, you got any medical questions for the doctor there, H-Bomb?
Well, I actually have some medical gushing to do with the good doctor because of just the fact, especially when he tackles the medical myths, which we're just replete with these days. I just can't even, we're living through like the dark ages again.
No, medical myths have been a part of the world since Hippocrates' time. It's just part of it. I mean, myths all over the place. They had a whole show just called Mythbusters.
Yeah.
And I came this close to doing a show called Medical Mythbusters, and I couldn't pull the trigger on it because I couldn't leave my job for 12 weeks for no money. And they said, well, you only make money if you get picked up for a second season. It was like, okay, yeah. I had a degree in television directing, and I didn't know that. So it just never happened. But
well, your show is pretty much that already. It already exists.
Correct.
People go to Weird Medicine on YouTube.
Weird
We'll
Medicine,
put up the links and everything. It's a terrific show. It's entertaining, and all that medical stuff that people don't want to ask but they always wonder about. And he does it in a very entertaining and humorous way. You won't be let down. It's one of the and they're in short snippets for you ADHD people, or if you're going on a long car ride, do what I do and download a bunch of the podcasts. It's very informative, very entertaining.
The podcasts are what I hit too.
Yeah, I was old school. Well, I am old school. I mean, hell, I'm 70 now, but I originally was a radio person, and so I'm still in that mode. I miss the VU meters. I kind of got used to this electronic stuff, but so the real thing is don't look at the number of views on my YouTube channel. I didn't even start doing anything with that until the last 6 months, and it's the audio podcast really where it's at for me. So
yeah,
I appreciate you guys listening. No, go ahead.
One quick medical question before we proceed. My co-host H-Bomb has been complaining about a bleeding anus. I told him it's perfectly normal for men in a relationship such as ours, and he should just bite the bullet and deal with it. Your thoughts, doctor?
So they did apropos to that. They did a study once.
He always has an answer. Go ahead.
That where people were wondering if you are an anal receptive male. In other words, you're a male who has penetrative anal intercourse. Whether that would predispose you to having fecal incontinence. And so the study they did was really kind of fun. They took people.
Anemometer.
Yes,
Anemometer.
yes, it was a manometer, which is even
Manometer. I'm sorry.
apropos.
Manometer.
A manometer, but yeah, it was a pressure gauge. It's basically a tube with a long balloon on it. You
Oh, I
blow the
know it.
balloon up a little bit, and you shove it in the rectum,
Oh,
and then
jeez.
and then you have the patient squeeze down, and it can measure the pressure that they're able to apply to that thing. And then you go have a bunch of anal receptive intercourse, and then they do it again. And what they found was there was a decrease in the ability. And that makes sense, right? There was a decrease in the ability to squeeze down on that, but not enough to cause incontinence. So if you're interested in anal receptive intercourse, be careful, use lots of lube, go nice and slow. But as far as dropping logs everywhere, that's not going to happen.
Satisfied, H-bomb? Okay, terrific. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, I'll sleep easier tonight.
Well, you never know.
Let's get to our package here. Tonight, we're going to look at... Now, the audio will drop out now and then, Dr. Steve, because of copyright watchdogs.
Okay.
We're going to look at, from 1970,
Yes.
Colossus, The Forbin Project.
Yes.
Terrific science fiction movie from Universal Pictures. Have you seen it, H-bomb?
I have.
Okay. Dr.
I
Steve?
read yes.
Oh,
I
you read
saw
the
it
book?
when it came out, and I read all 3 books. There were 3 books.
Oh, there were. Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yep, I can spoil them for you if you want to know what happens after this. But
On the commentary for the disc, yeah, the guy does mention some things, some differences in the book. But yeah, I am very interested. 3 books. I would like to read those. Let's look at some clips. We'll get initial reactions, and then we'll discuss it as we go along. So
Okay.
no spoilers. Don't spoil it. Here we go.
do you want to tell people what it's about, though?
Yes.
Or is
Well, a quick intro here. We got Dr. Forbin here, designed this supercomputer inside of a mountain, and it's going to take over all of the what do you call it? The
Defense.
Defense. Thank you.
Yep.
And all of our
Mr.
problems
President, all systems activated.
will be solved.
Congratulations, Dr. Forbin. It's a marvelous achievement.
That's a Kennedy sort of.
My sincere
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, that's actor Gordon Pensett. It's got a very good look. Yeah, that Kennedy hair is perfect. Even though
So their idea was we're going to seal this thing off so it's impenetrable because humans can't be trusted with these decisions. So they were going to give it over to this computer that was cold and calculating and unable to make an error.
anyone who saw the opening scene in War Games is very familiar with that.
Yeah. Well,
your keys, sir.
listen, this came way before that too.
Oh yeah.
And okay, so they got this thing. It's activated. It's online. Now they go and they announce it to the world here, and it's
Is that
going to be
now
great.
we shall join hands and hearts across this great globe and pledge our time and our energies to the elimination of war. Thanks
Can you hear the audio? Okay, Dr. Steve.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, let's
to
proceed.
this wonder of science, man no longer...
If
All right,
people
so
can-
yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead. I get excited. I love this movie.
Too. I love this. H-bomb. You've seen the movie, yes?
I have, yeah, a long time ago. But yes, I have seen it. In
Okay.
fact, I saw it, I think it was at Penn State in my brief time there.
You got to see it on an actual movie screen.
No, I did not.
Sadly, this film did play on TV a lot, but it's in 2:35. I've got it cropped down to 16:9 for the purposes of our
Ah.
show here. But
Nice.
man, it suffered on television, especially with all this
Yeah.
text.
I'll bet it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the beautiful compositions and everything just wrecked. I had this on Laserdisc, Dr. Steve, a 2-disc set that also included Doug Trumbull's Silent Running.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's one we could talk about.
Yeah, that's
someday.
one that's one I
was
watched
hoping
a
you'd
lot
say
growing
that.
up.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say that. Yeah. Right away, this thing
Bruce
takes
Dern.
off. They thought it was just gonna, be the guard dog, but this thing has a mind of its own. It finds this other system. Turns out it's in the Soviet Union.
Of course.
And what will happen?
Guardian.
Next? Guardian. See what happens next year.
I have to give it an E for effort.
No. Well, okay. So here's the thing.
Yes.
It linked up and they went fuck that. Can we curse on this?
Yes.
Okay. They said, fuck that. We're disconnecting these two systems. We don't want them speaking to each other. And it got pissed. That's what this scene is here.
Which, if I can interject here, I know we have a time thing, but it is amazing how this foreshadowed a lot of what's going on right now with AI.
I watched this with my kid 6 months ago when the AI thing was happening. I said, let's see if this movie holds up. And other than the fact that the computer's made out of transistors, and the displays are kind of rastery and dot matrix and stuff, it holds up really well.
In terms of suspense, it holds up perfectly for me.
Yeah.
It helps for us, gentlemen, because we are from the era.
Yeah.
As for today's viewers, I don't. You said you showed
my kid was 20 at the time. He loved it.
All right, good. Well,
yeah.
Smart boy.
Yeah.
So yes, the thing's going off on its own. They're kind of just trying to play catch up here, and I love the slow build of suspense. Let's watch some more clips here.
Yep.
Action will be taken.
Action will be taken.
What kind of action?
What kind of action?
All right. So yeah, this thing doesn't take no for an answer. It wants to reestablish connection to the Soviet version of it, the Guardian there, and just launch a missile. That's quite an ultimatum.
I know that Ron Howard was attached a while ago to do a remake.
What? Oh, please don't remake it.
Well, there's already been movies that are so similar to this that they might as well be remakes.
Sure.
I mentioned War Games before, and that had the Whopper computer, and that was a version of this. It was going off on its own.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of viewers commented the similarities between Colossus and the HAL 9000, but I guess the book came out before 2001.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just a happy coincidence. Let's look at some clips. Gordon Pensett as the president.
That's a deep trivia cut.
I love these cutaways. It's a tourist destination now. That little thing in the mountain there, that's the entrance to Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's coming from all over to check it out from that observation point. All right. So Colossus is in charge now, and it insists on monitoring its creator, Dr. Forbin, with surveillance 24 hours a day.
Right.
So it's calling the shots now. And they can't make plans to dismantle it or disable it because it knows everything.
Right.
Colossus, I am Forbin. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
So Eric Braeden as Dr. Forbin, fine actor. I'm glad he was cast in this role.
Mm-hmm.
The film was not successful at the box office, so the director kind of went back to TV work for a short time, but bounced back. We'll talk about the director at the end of the clips here.
Yep.
People know Eric Braeden. He had a long soap opera. What was
Correct.
his soap opera? One Life to
Young
Live?
and the Restless, wasn't it?
Young and the Restless. Okay. And he was in Titanic. But it's also cool that he is a scientist in Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Dr. Hasslein. Dr. Hasslein, he's the one who came up with the theory that Taylor and them in the first film could travel, through time. And he shows up and Escape from the Planet of the Apes. So it's a nice little double feature with this. Another science run amok movie of the era with all those great clothes and everything. But anyway, Eric Braeden, have to acknowledge him. He's very good in the movie. I enjoy.
I'm going to try to convince the computer that you're my mistress. Have been for many years.
Susan Clark.
That way we can pass information back and forth. If I can convince the machine that, well, that I need a woman. Privacy. And I need a certain amount of privacy to maintain my sanity. Privacy in the elimination of my bodily waste, for example.
Hey, Radio Shack, I don't want you pulling out a telephoto when I'm trying to push one out. The computer wants to watch it. Dr. Steve, are you okay with having a computer watch you poop?
Yeah, I mean, I would that I'd be okay with.
H-bomb?
Yeah, why not? I mean, our phones probably do it anyway.
You're true.
Or Alexa listens to you.
Yeah, they don't care.
Privacy and sleep. Privacy and something that you don't understand. My emotional life.
Thank you.
All right, so here's a precursor, probably the inspiration for the Austin Powers scene, where the actors are supposed to be nude. They're wearing bodysuits or little scantily, little
moleskin.
Yeah, dance belts or whatever. But it's kind of fun. I don't know if this was the inspiration or one of them, but it's kind of fun. Susan Clark. I think she's attractive. She's got kind of a pie face, but this scene is kind of erotic because initially they're just getting together so they can plan and plot. But you can only lie in bed naked so many nights and not
Yeah, Colossus told them they have to completely disrobe. And they were like just colleagues.
Yeah.
But then,
that didn't take long.
There's some mess going on.
Voice of Colossus, the voice of Guardian.
This voice
Go
This
ahead.
voice scared the shit out of me when I was, 16 when I saw this movie.
Did you see this in the theaters when it premiered?
I didn't. I saw it on TV when it was on, like Saturday Night at the Movies or something like that.
Yeah, that computer voice kind of became a go-to, kind of cliche.
Yeah,
Star
Cylons and
Galactica.
everything.
Yeah.
Right, the Cylons.
Yeah.
It was kind of like how Robbie the Robot kind of like set a template for a while.
Right. And so it lost its effectiveness because it became so commonplace. It was the go-to distortion for the computer voice.
Yeah.
You began in my
Still
mind.
creepy.
I created you, remember?
Yes, what I am began in man's mind, but I have progressed further than man.
You still need us.
I have need for some of man's skills. This position may change.
Then we are living under the threat of extinction.
If you obey me, you will survive.
Survive.
Wow.
Back to the observation deck. Move forward here.
So that you will learn by experience that I do not tolerate interference. I will now detonate the nuclear warheads in the 2 missile silos.
All right, man, it's a red alert. Let's get to your station now. Come on!
All right. That's a
We skipped over a lot.
But I don't want to give too much away. Our discussion will let people know how much we enjoy this movie.
Yep.
But this scene is really disturbing. William Shallot there.
And back then, too, movies always had a happy ending.
Yeah.
That's what you were expecting is how are they going to...
Successful movies had a happy ending.
Yeah, true.
Except for Love Story.
Yeah, true.
Brian's song.
Good point.
But
you expected a resolution, I guess, of this.
Yeah.
And there is a resolution of sorts, but it's not one that anybody would want to live through.
I hate to go back to War Games again, but yeah, I didn't like the happy ending there. I like a movie to commit to fulfill its premise.
Yep.
And so I guess it's not a matter of not liking happy endings, but fulfill the premise here.
Yeah. Well, it was just unexpected. People who watched this movie were expecting them to, defeat Colossus and Guardian, and it's not
just unplug the damn thing.
Yeah, right.
But William Shallot there is the head of CIA, and they said, "Come on, we got to get out of here. He's going to detonate the nuke." Look at him, just like, yeah. What am I going to do? Get to the chopper?
Right.
Get to the chopper.
The poor colonel back there looking at him was like, "Let's go." He's just sitting there. It's like, well, that's it. It's so disturbing.
They had what they thought was a perfect plan.
Yeah, remember what they did?
Yeah, they were using magic like a magic trick to swap out the circuit boards for the missiles.
Yeah.
And Colossus was onto them the whole time.
They didn't have a chance.
Nope.
William Shallot there, fine actor, and everything of the day, character actor in science fiction movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Very good as a CIA guy here. That colonel in the back there, that's Dolph Sweet. We're going to talk about some of the cast members real quick when we finish up here. Dolph Sweet, who was in the TV show Give Me a Break, but before that, also a lot of roles in terrific movies. But
do you know this stuff, or are you looking it up and then telling us? Because if you know it, I'm very impressed.
It's kind of my hobby.
That's deep trivia.
There's a lot of future stars in this movie. We've got we'll wrap up on the movie.
Yeah.
But quick,
Mrs. C. I forgot about that.
People who went on to hit television series, the big secret. Marion Ross there from Happy Days, Mrs. Cunningham. Right next to her, sitting down with his hands clasped, is Martin E. Brooks, Rudy Wells on the $6 Million Man.
Okay.
And the black fellow there is George Stanford Brown from The Rookies.
Mm-hmm.
He was married to actress Tyne Daly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I wonder if my trivia bores our viewers. I hope not.
No, I can't.
There
if
they
it
are.
does, I don't care. That's fascinating.
Better shot of him. There's James Hong, the legendary James Hong.
Yeah.
Still with us.
Yeah. He's what, 95?
Born in 29. Yeah, so thereabouts.
Wow.
He was just in a movie that got nominated for some Oscars there, that Everything All at Once movie. Everything.
That's right. Yeah.
I see it. But yeah, James Hong later went on to be in Chinatown and multiple episodes of Kung Fu, I'm sure. The In-Laws. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so there's the poster, one of the posters. I thought you'd like this, Dr. Steve, the slug line. This is the dawning of the age of Colossus.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I was a big hair fan back then, too, so...
final summation, overall thoughts. We got a couple more things to look at here, but H-bomb.
Again, I want to go revisit it again now. I gotta get my hands on it. That's one. But number two, I remember as a kid, or not even a kid, in college, seeing it because I saw it out of order. I saw War Games before I saw this.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I'm watching Colossus, I'm instantly sitting in the class thinking War Games ripped them off. That's what I was doing. And especially, there was no way you could not see Hal in this or anything like that. So I remember I'm seeing it like at peak 80s. So there, we're at the height of the Cold War. Gorbachev was just starting, Glasnost and all of that. But now I really want to go back and look at it for what not only AI is doing, but those isolated stories which have been verified where the AI is preserving itself when it knows that they're trying to shut it down, and it's actually storing it's replicating itself and storing itself on separate servers or away, and actually drawing on help of other AI systems. So you have Colossus, you have Guardian. So it's really interesting. I want to go back now and actually kind of connect the dots better and fill in those gaps, because I'm totally intrigued by this again now. I haven't seen it since 1985.
Another movie that people draw comparisons to or with the Terminator movies, because they got the Skynet there. The
Skynet, of course. Yeah,
that's another one, and this one did it first.
Now, it's one thing I will say.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm not spoiling anything for, I don't know if you want to end it with a big bang, but of course, what this director went on to do.
Oh, well, we're going to talk about Joe Sargent in just a moment here.
Okay.
Keep that under your hat.
I'll keep it. I'll shut up.
Doctor, that's okay. Bless your heart. Dr. Steve, your overall summation on the movie?
We could not do it justice in this short amount of time. I'm amazed, and it's not a criticism. I just want people to go watch this movie. I'm amazed by a lot of things. It was made in the 70s. Who was thinking about
60s? Yeah, it came out in the 70s.
Was it late 60s? Okay. Who was thinking
70,
Who was thinking of AI at that point? Arthur Clarke, a few other people, but this thing is all about the problem we're dealing with now, which is alignment. So one of the questions in AI research is alignment. As long as the AI's goals are aligned with ours, then we're cool. It's when those things start to drift and the AI has a different set of goals that are no longer aligned with ours that we're going to have a problem. And that's exactly what this movie's about.
Yeah.
I don't think Colossus was fully sentient until he hooked up with
Right.
Guardian.
Yeah.
But once the two of them got together, this was something, again, they couldn't have anticipated this. They had no idea. And that's true. You know, Michael Crichton did a lot of that too,
Yep.
where the unexpected things, you know, in science that you
Oh, yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
anticipate ahead of time. But anyway,
Westworld.
it's a fascinating movie. I think it's worth people watching again. I hope they don't remake it. They will fuck it up.
Yeah. The
because-
last I heard, it was around, they were going to do it in the early 2000s. And then the last I heard anything was around
Yeah.
2013, 2014. So it's not materialized as of yet.
I think
So-
just the junkiness of the technology makes this that much more impressive. That the film itself, you know, the topic and the way that they pull it off at the end is so well done and so dramatic that you know, you don't have to modernize it. It's perfect the way it is.
I love the look of the film. It's got a score by Michael Colombier. The score is very effective, I think. I was sad we couldn't play more of it here, but you know.
And so yeah, understood.
Also, costumes by Edith Head.
Mhm. I have an Edith Head story.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Real fast. I know we're on a time crunch,
Well,
but
you are. Go ahead.
I went to Stroudsburg High School, and I knew a girl there who was Edith Head was a family friend, and I watched a senior class stage production of Dracula completely outfitted by Edith Head.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
I love
Are there photos?
There are photos, I'm sure.
Now,
the director said, "Give me head."
Did she just pull those out of wardrobe? She didn't design new stuff. She probably
I
had
do
that
not
stuff lying
know, but I
around.
know that it was a big deal.
That's awesome.
Edith Head appears in an episode of Columbo. Fun fact.
Huh.
Oh, which one?
I don't remember.
I gotta find out.
I don't remember, but yeah. Let's see real quick. Okay, James Bridges adapted the novel. James Bridges, who went on to direct the China Syndrome.
China Syndrome.
You a fan of the China Syndrome, Dr. Steve?
Yes.
Remember when that came out, like right around a week
before 3 Mile Island?
3 Mile Island. Yeah.
Talk about
yeah, I had a friend of mine eat crow because we were talking about China Syndrome, and he's like, "Oh, that'll never happen." He came in after 3 Mile Island with his head hanging down and said,
I live about 20 miles from 3 Mile Island.
Oh, he's in Pennsylvania, Dr. Steve. H-Bomb is.
Wow. Well, hence the name then, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And we were talking on a few episodes previously, Dr. Steve, of a genre I enjoy, the Cold War nuclear thrillers, like an
Failsafe.
Yeah, but particularly the ones in the 80s. Yeah, Failsafe is terrific. I love that movie, Sidney Lumet. But in 1983, there were 4 movies involving bombs or nuclear threat. Testament, The Day After, Threads, and War Games.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
Threads was creepy as hell.
Threads was really creepy.
Yeah, I rewatched that recently based on H-Bomb's recommendation. I had seen it since it came out, and it's very effective.
Well, Failsafe and Dr. Strangelove are my on the previous sort of the generation before that. Yeah,
I love Failsafe compared to Dr. Strangelove. Obviously, one's a satire, but Failsafe, the only problem with that is the production design doesn't match up to what's the guy's name, Ken Adam, who did most of the Bond movies, and Dr. Strangelove. The sets on Failsafe and the special effects not so good, but if you look at it as a stage play or a teleplay,
right,
it's the performances and the script.
Yeah, it's the performances.
I love that movie. I've got that Criterion on the shelf. I love Failsafe. Okay.
I love the idea of the doomsday bomb, and the president says, "What good is a doomsday bomb if you don't tell anybody about it?"
Yeah.
Well, we were going to announce it next week.
Shit. But
we were going to announce it next week.
Let me do my impersonation. But the whole point of a doomsday device is lost. If you keep it a secret, why didn't you tell the world, huh? I do impersonations.
It's very good.
Okay, real quick. One thing I want to mention. The premise of this movie, it could be argued that, good, so what? The computer's in charge, no more war. In the same way that one could argue for the pods in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Right. What, no more emotion, no more worries? I don't have to worry about my taxes or anything?
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? Is it so bad being dominated by Colossus? H-Bomb, go.
Real fast, I will say humans seem, if it wouldn't be Colossus, it would be something else. We're dominated already today. So yeah, why not?
Dr. Steve,
And that includes the yoke of religion.
Dr. Steve, would you go to sleep beside a pod in an Invasion of the Body Snatchers, or would you fight like Matthew
I
Bennett?
probably would fight that.
I would fight the pods.
You would fight the pod?
That's too creepy anyway.
Yeah.
And then
well, I mean, you die.
Yeah.
You die.
I don't want to do that. Right.
You don't live if you become a pod. You die and are replaced. So
right,
that's death. But it's a funny comparison that I made up on my own that nobody cares about. Okay, we want to get H-Bomb out of here.
I'm sorry.
You got a couple more minutes?
Yeah, I got like 2-3 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go to Joe Sargent here. There's Joseph Sargent, who directed the movie, went on to direct White Lightning with Burt Reynolds.
Wow.
It's a booze running, motor gunning, law breaking, hip shaking, man teasing, woman pleasing, fast acting excitement. Joseph Sargent did White Lightning, and then
Taking a Pelham.
Yeah, one of the best movies ever. I love it more every time I see it. You've seen it, Dr. Steve, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, I've seen it many times.
Do you remember this 1983 that Joseph
He did
Sargent
Nightmares too?
Oh, I didn't know he did Nightmares. I saw that in theaters.
Had a fun career.
Me too. Which was originally slated for television, I believe. Nightmares. It's not very effective. Came out the same year as another horror anthology. It came out in '83, same year as Twilight Zone the movie. So we had two anthologies. There's the scene with Lance Henriksen and the truck. It's kind of a cousin to the car.
Yeah.
Remember the car, except they didn't get George Barris to design a custom-made one. It's a Chevy. It's a Chevy from hell. Lance Henriksen. Yeah, I like Nightmares, except for the last episode with the rat. And then, of course, Jaws the Revenge, one of the finest movies. H-Bomb loves this movie. He loves telling people about it, Dr. Steve.
That's incredible.
H-Bomb, go ahead and tell Dr. Steve how much you love Jaws the Revenge.
It isn't a movie. It's a tax write-off. It is a total cynical exercise in fleecing a studio's coffers.
Wait. You like Jaws, didn't you?
So I love Jaws. It's the movie that made me want to make movies.
It's more sharks. You like Jaws, you go see Jaws the Revenge.
This is what Jaws could have been in the hands of a lesser person.
All right, you're being short-sighted.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
You're non-receptive, H-Bomb. You're non-receptive and short-sighted.
No, I've got the sunglasses on. I can see.
Dr. Steve, you a fan of Jaws the Revenge?
I've never seen it.
Don't.
No, I saw the first Jaws. I never watched any of the sequels. My thing was Jaws was such a perfect movie that to make a sequel was disrespectful. So
I like the slug line. This time it's personal. because as you know, the first one, well, it was financial.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're just about done. We'll get H-Bomb out of here. Then Dr. Steve and I will make out.
What?
More clips here. Okay, that's
you gonna test out that anal balloon?
No, we don't. We're strictly kissing and everything.
Okay. Some heavy petting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a good sport, but that's not
okay. H-Bomb, you're free to fly. We'll chat more with Dr. Steve. We get him back on the show in a couple weeks. Run and do your thing, baby.
Have a great weekend. Watch Harrison Smith's movie, Slow Burn, free on Rad TV.
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.
It's the Dame Taft Movie Show, hosted by my nephew, Screw.
I wanted you to name 3 movies, kind of like the Forbin Project, that you are really enthusiastic about talking about, something that would give you a reason to want to come back on this fledgling show. Would Silent Running be one? Are you a science fiction guy overall?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but I like other stuff too. Any Kubrick movie, Barry Lyndon, blew my mind.
I love Barry Lyndon.
Yeah, it was. A lot of people didn't, but I thought that was a great film. It was sad and pathetic.
It's hilarious.
And it's also funny. Reverend Runt. How about To Live and Die in L.A.?
Good one. I've seen that so many times. I got it on the shelf. Okay.
Have you done it on the show?
No, the Friedkin movie. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a perfectly good film to
Yeah,
talk
that's a
about.
good one.
There's a lot to discuss. Yeah.
What was the movie that had the little flying saucer that landed on the woman's roof, and every time she'd have an orgasm, the alien would kill the guy she was fucking? Do you remember that?
You got me. You stumped me, Doctor.
I think it was something Sky.
Is it? Can you give me a decade? An actor or something? Give me a clue.
Oh yeah, it was. I was in medical school, so it was in the 80s.
Is this a comedy?
No. Liquid Sky. Try Liquid Sky.
Oh, okay. I remember seeing the poster there.
That's it.
Is
Liquid
it?
Sky. Yep.
I know the title, and I can see the poster. It's got kind of like a David Bowie looking person in it.
But it's a woman. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, what did I say?
Yeah.
But I've never seen it. Okay, and you like it?
It is a fuck. Listen. I showed it to all my friends in the 80s. I don't know if I liked it.
Did they like you for it or hate you for it?
Most of them
what was
were
their
like,
reaction?
yeah, that was really intense. That was their thing.
Okay.
Slava Zuckerman made that movie, if that name means
That's a good
anything.
pull. That's why I love you, man, because you are a cineast. You're a cineast.